within the body rather than functional mechanisms. The main aim of this study was to review Han-I as a unique methodology used in Korean medical practice. For this purpose, related literal materials were compiled and analyzed. Discussion: the efficacy of acupuncture, 사상 medical typology, the Chanbugyang's humanitarian ideals. Traditional Korean medicine originated in ancient and prehistoric times. It can be traced as far back as 3000 BC, when stone needles and bone needles were found in the North Hamgyong province in present-day North Korea. In North Korea, a doctor means one who has skills in traditional Korean medicine and modern medicine. At medical college from the first year, it has a united medical division which teaches both modern medicine and traditional Korean medicine together. Contrary to this, in South Korea, the two studies are separated, so there are two types doctors with contradictory concepts. One is called a modern doctor, the other a Han-I doctor. According to archaeologists and medical historians' expert opinion, 돌침 is made of stone acupuncture, and 골침 is made of fishbone acupuncture. Both needles are relics from the Stone Age and therefore about 10,000 years old. From the Bronze Age onwards, acupuncture needles have been made of gold, silver, bronze, and stainless steel, and so on. The part at the end is designed to be round in shape, so that the needle does not scar organs or cause blood to come out. The process of making acupuncture needles is always managed with a variety of herbal disinfection techniques. Normally, the South Korean types of needles are thin and shorter than most North Korean ones. Han-I practice is based on the teachings of Chanbugyang, which is part of the traditional Korean national identity. It is made of 81 letters. Some scholars say that these teachings started about 9,000 years ago and contain division to the welfare of mankind. The main message is the humanitarian ideal, which is a medium of bonding between human beings. About 600 years during the Lee dynasty of Joseon, the national idea or philosophy has officially recognized that a human being's main body was not a rational being, but an emotional being. Therefore, Han-I, the traditional Korean medical practice, has developed from the same root. The 사상 medical typology was created in the 19th century. Dr. Lee Jae-ma proposed a new method which changed the old tradition's principles of yang, and the 5 elements of traditional herbal medicine. He wrote 4 books of the Korean Traditional Medical Encyclopedia, 동이 수세 보원. encouraging people to strive to prevent disease rather than treating an illness after getting a disease. According to these four categories, the patient would be treated differently. In the 19th century, the Sasang constitution was influenced by Dr. He Jun, a Joseon royal doctor of the Lee dynasty, who had written Dong-i Bo-gam in an encyclopedia. 5 detailed divisions like anatomy, herbal, acupuncture, and so on. In the 17th century, all 25 books were published by the Joseon Royal Palace. At the same time, the sensational 25 book at the Dong-i Bo-gam were copied and published overseas in China, Japan, and so on. An English version was published in 2013. The book's unique values still have huge medical significance in the world. In 2009, Dong-i Bo-gam was listed by UNESCO as a memory of the world. In the 16th century, the anatomy part was led by students and shown to identify the actually acupuncture points. At the time, Dr. He Jun treated patients using both Oriental and Western medicine. In 2008, WHO published the book WHO Standard Acupuncture Point Location in the Western Pacific region. Contains Korean, Gyeonghyeol, and Gyeongrak, which has 14 parts of the body, showing 361 acupuncture points. Gyeonghyeol can be described as holes, and Gyeongrak is where Ki goes and comes out, and are suitable for applying moxibustion and acupuncture. It is invisible, but exists. In 1961, North Korean Dr. Kim Bong-han successfully provided this by doing an anatomical dyeing test. Before then, Gyeonghyeol and Gyeongrak were ignored by modern Western medicine. Since acupuncture points were investigated with scientific objectivity, the work of Bong-han's vascular has been studied and developed actively in some countries. This photo shows Gyeongrak is being shown by chrome hematoxylin dyeing agent in the brain of a rabbit. The meaning of proof in the studies of Bong-han's vascular can be compared to me saying, I love you, but how could you prove that love? In Hanyi, diagnostication, it can be called the key of love. Well, Dr. Kim Bong-han was able to prove it through his anatomical dyeing test, even though many people did not believe it existed. So maybe in the future we could prove the existence of love. Contrary to this, Dr. Kim Bong-han shows Primo, the Bong-han vascular, as the key of love. In a lymphatic vessel using fluorescent nanoparticle. Actually, 35 years ago, he named it the Primo Vascular System, PVS, as the third circulation system. that controls aging and dying. Primo is different from a blood vessel or a lymphatic vessel. There are many shifts in a premovascular with San, which was named by him, and it means alive eggs. He died, and for 40 years his investigation was not restarted. However, his work of Primo, San, and so on has been continued by South Korean Dr. Seo Kwang-seok since 2001, and it is believed that their studies of Primo could result. According to Han-yi, in finding a cure for many diseases, the study already has recognized the existence of key concepts and applied treatment which were thought of 10,000 years ago. Han-yi, the traditional Korean medical practice, follows good ethics and has great benefits to people all over the world. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. The favorite program for the discussion.
Well, you don't have the Korean music. We have
Honey.
Shemahal.
Honey.
Yeah, honey.
The honey is benefit of honey. Now in nowadays, especially in honey, we treat acupuncture and the drug. It's a hanyak, like Ayurveda drugs, and moxibustion. Our main treatment idea is before getting easy, treatment yourself. Following Sasang, four typology constitutions.
Thank you very much. So now we have come to the end, and the chair, Dr. Himali, will summarize. After that, certificates will be awarded. So please have patience just some. Okay. Thank you. For the session 4, there are total 8 presenters allocated, excluding the keynote speaker, Professor H.S. Aryavansa. He had done a nice view on globalization of Ayurveda. So in that presentation, history of Ayurveda, concise in different periods, and after that, the current review and the misconceptions combined with Ayurveda, for solutions for that, and threats for the Ayurveda concepts, and he suggests that there should be a global federation for Ayurveda practitioners.